I'm back, and here we go. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Let's Talk Raptors. I'm your host, Seth Tisham, my channel where you get reviews, analysis, predictions, and hot takes on all things Raptors as well as some NBA. So, I've been bringing, player review videos, and I'll get to the last person that I was left, which was Scotty Barnes. But I haven't been able to make a video for a very long time, dealing with family, sickness, for kids being sick. It's winter in Canada, so in school they get a lot of freaking infections and other stuff, just job and stuff. So life got in the way, but a new season's about to start and I can't stop talking about it. So let's talk Raptors 2022-2023 season. The Raptors are going to begin their season in 2 days against the Cleveland Cavaliers, who made some big moves. They got Donovan Mitchell, and they are a team that everybody believes is going to be a reckoning with, right? So going into the season, the only things we can look at is the moves that the Raptors made in free agency, trades, and the preseason games. But honestly, I don't buy into that stuff too much, because once you hit the floor, the game is what determines what you're at, right? Personnel matter, but the Raptors have good personnel. I've been saying that throughout the whole time. It's just a matter of how they are used and how they perform. And the preseason games were up and down for the Raptors. Some the Raptors won, some they didn't. But if you think that, this is how the season is gonna go, or the season is gonna go bad because you had a bad preseason, or the season is gonna go amazing because you won all of your preseason games, you don't know much about sports in that sense, at least in my opinion. A preseason is just get into the rhythm, try to figure out what might work, what might not work, try different lineups, those type of things. Get everybody's a little bit of play time so they're good to go with when the actual games that count start. So the Raptors looked okay. They looked good. Some games OG Anunoby performed, Gary Trent performed, Pascal performed, Freddie performed. Precious looked pretty good, and then so did Chris Boucher, still doing the same stuff that he was doing. Scotty Barnes looked all right. So you can't really buy into it too much because nobody's really playing defense. Nobody's trying to put up 50 points, trying to win the game, because the game matters. It does not matter in preseason. It's about getting your legs in. So I'm not going to count too much into it, but I say the Raptors look pretty okay. There were areas that always concerned the Raptors, and it's just not about this preseason, which is our 3-point shooting. It's not up to the mark just yet, but they're getting there. Other things that possibly I hope the Raptors will focus on is getting Scotty Barnes, and this is not just in preseason, it's based on last season as well. Is getting Scotty Barnes a little bit more on the going on the offensive end, because he has that capability. And overall, I think the Raptors did a pretty good job, and now they have their final rosters. The Raptors released DJ Wilson, Josh Jackson, and some other kid by the last name of Brown. So the Raptors kept everybody else pretty much that I hope that they would, which is Delano Banton, Doughton, Justin Champagnie, all young guys that are, tall, able to move on the perimeter to play defense. So the Raptor roster looks pretty good, which, some of these players are, of course, going to play G League, but it doesn't look too bad. And then we got Bo Cruz also coming, so that's not bad. He gives us some height, some agility on the perimeter as well. So overall, the Raptors have a pretty good squad. Now, what can you expect for the Raptors? Honestly, this is a young team that's still figuring it out. They're pretty, ahead of young teams that usually take a little bit more time. But it seems like the Raptors have good chemistry. They have good understanding as to their roles. It's just a matter of the coaches putting the onus on different players in different games based on the matchups with the opposing team to get the most out of the players. And the only thing that I want to see in this season is for them to, continue what they were doing last season at the end of the season, which is play hard, never give up on the game. And, there will be some garbage games. There will be some games where you blow out the other teams, but stay, even keeled throughout the whole season and do your best. And my expectation for this team, honestly, would be that the Raptors, if they are definitely going to get to the second round, and if they can pass the second round, then it is going to be very difficult to kick this young team out because they're going to have the momentum with them. They're going to believe in themselves, and it would take some mistakes on our end to really kick us out of that, possible championship. But the second round is definitely on the books for us, and the capability of winning it. It might be a difficult series depending on the matchup we get, but if we get past the second round, honestly, I feel like, we'll be in the finals. And I know a lot of people underestimate us, but that's just how, the Raptors have been all their whole life. So that's not a big deal. The last thing I want to address is I did not do a video on Scotty Barnes as part of my player reviews because this is a rookie of the year, okay? It was his first year. He put up good points. You cannot judge a player on what he has done in regards to whether he has progressed based on what he did in his first year. There's nothing to match him up against because college basketball is completely different. And he did a pretty damn good job to win a Rookie of the Year. Now he has set a standard for himself, which is an above average performance. Now he has to take the next step in his progress, and his stroke is looking pretty good when he uses it. I hope he takes advantage of his size in the paint against smaller guys. I hope he does everything he did last year, but just a little bit more in regards to his perimeter shooting, being more aggressive on the offensive end, and being the guy who, of course, Pascal, Freddie, these guys are the main guys, but for him to start asserting himself as the next big Raptor, right? Especially in in relation and in partnership with Gary Trent and Precious Achua. So that's why I never did a video on him. And if I had to grade him, it's going to be incomplete because it was his first year, man. There's people who won Rookie of the Year that turned out to be complete garbage, Ben Simmons, or people that never won the Rookie of the Year and were freaking amazing. Like there's a lot of them, man. I think Steph Curry never won the Rookie of the Year. Maybe. Anyways, but that's what I have for you guys for this video. I am damn excited, but I think that we're going to blow freaking Cleveland out of this damn. I think it's in their arena. Anyways, we're going to blow them out in the first game because the Raptors are amped up, and that's exactly what we are going to do is we're going to put this league on notice in our first 5 games. So that's all I have for you guys for this video. Please hit the like and subscribe button. I will be reviewing the game after it is done. So stay tuned for that and keep helping this channel out. See you guys next time.